Okay, guys, we are live. I want to check on a couple things before we get started. Number one, I want to make sure that the audio is working properly. Hello? Hello, hello, hello. I'm watching my live stream right now. Okay, good. I can hear myself. Perfect. And I want to check my shared link. My shared link, I believe, is working. youtube.com/BradGarapy/live. Yes, okay. I tweeted something out, saying, hey, look at me. I am live streaming, and this link does indeed work. Getting better at this whole thing. Speaking of getting better at this whole thing, check this out. Look what I figured out how to do. After having to go to the bathroom on the stream yesterday, I whipped this up and made a scene and a transition between scenes in OBS. So next time I have to go to the bathroom, I'll click this. And you should see right now BG codes instead of anything else on the stream. I just want to check that just to be sure. You should be seeing BG codes. I'm watching my live stream back on another monitor to make sure we can see it. And 3, 2, 1. Waiting. See, if you were in chat, you would say, hey, I can totally see it. But I just started and nobody's joined yet. Ah, yes, okay, it worked. Okay, awesome. So I'm going to transition back, click back to my desktop, does a nice fade, and here we go. We can start coding. Yay. So literally one of the best things I've done for myself over the course of this Iron Jimmy project is make these tasks. It makes it so easy to sit down, bring up the issues, and I get to pick what we're working on today. So shout out Scott Dolinsky for always saying, eat that frog, meaning do the hardest thing first. And I think he's right. Tonight, I've been kind of dreading working on this color picker thing, but I think that's exactly what we're going to tackle. I don't know why tonight feels like a weekend for me. I got my whiskey right here, and this color picker thing might be a little bit hard. I might not finish it today. I just don't know. Haven't thought it through. So we'll work on it tonight. Hopefully finish it. All right, so let me show you what I'm talking about. We have this great, page with products and everything, and we can click on these different images here. But what we don't have is look at this. We've got this little color picker thing, which is non-functional. I just threw it up. But when you actually pick the color, you have to click a drop-down menu and select a text item, which what the hell is White Walker Aztec? You're not going to know from what these pictures are. So what I want to do is, if the option name is color or pattern or whatever, something indicative of a swatch, I'm going to replace it with a color picker. And I suppose I'm going to want the color picker at the very top and then the rest of the options on the bottom. So I already have the basic color picker, which is great. But so I need to get rid of this particular field and substitute it for this. And then when I click on here, something at this page level, or at least at this component level, the product component, which is, let me show you where the product component is. The product component is essentially this. Yeah, see, class product. It is the entirety of the left and right columns. So at the product component level, we're going to have some state that says what image is selected, which is going to, or at least an event, which passes data down into the product image thing. So here is the product images slider. So let's see what my code has today. Pull it over onto the screen. And here we go. So it's on the product page. I know I have to look there. I also know that the product images folder and the product images component and the color component will be affected. So I'll whip those out, and then this will be on the product template. So let's see. Maybe the first thing we need to do is on the colors. Let's back up. It's always good to look at examples. So let's go to ironjimmy.com and see what this Shopify theme that they're using actually does. Maybe I can mimic that or use that as a basis. Yeah, oh, look at this. Look at that. No bueno, my friend. They got the bad selector. Super plain. Suppose this is why I'm building a custom website. Okay, so at the very least, I need to add some on-click listeners for these images. Let's start by doing that. So here's the color component, which is this right here. Oh, color is a styled image. Okay, so this is where we need to add an on-click method. Each one of these different images will have an on-click method. I can't type tonight. And let's pass in the event, and we'll log the event to see what we get. What do we typically need? Event.target. So let's log event.target as well. On-click. On-click. So are these different? Oh, these are the same. Royal Aztec. Oh no, okay, they are getting the different images. Somehow the versions are like all exactly the same. That's weird. That's okay though. And just to be sure, I want to see what's actually getting passed into colors to see what data we have. Yeah, it's literally a list of URLs. Okay. So we can't do much there. Like essentially we can just pass that up to whatever called it. You know, the URL that has been selected. So event.target.what? What is it? Get attribute source. JavaScript get attribute. Yeah, I think that's all it is. Get attribute. Yeah. So let's say image is going to equal event dot target dot get attribute source, and then we can log the image. So here we go. Mauve Aztec. Aztec stripe. See, they should be following this order. Tribal, royal. Okay, we're good. The very last one, red, gray, Aztec cross. Okay, the name is slightly different, but I guess that's fine. Jacquard, orange, black. Okay. That's cool. The names are different. It doesn't really matter because we're going to have to search them in the options. So we know the on click is working. It's not really like doing anything, but we know it's at least firing. So what we need to do is come back up here to the product images. No, back to the product. Because the product is the overarching component. The product controls the colors component as well as the product images component. And the product images controls the selected image. You know what I'm thinking? This is one of those where do you maintain selected image? Do you maintain it at the page level? Or sorry, at the product component level, which is both of these, so that when this gets clicked, it talks to the product component, which then talks to the product images component? Should this giant image even be inside of the product images? So let's make a design decision and go with it. Yeah, I want the product images to be just like one component. Now, though, that being the case, ooh, I don't know if this is like too much work. This is the product template. What if we made context for this? I mean, I know it's only one level deep to go into the colors component and into the product images component. Wherever the heck that is. Oh, right here. But is it worth it to maintain context at the product level? Because what can that give us? Here's our cart context. Add, remove, update. And the product has what? Yeah, like all these things. might be worth it. Let's do this. Let's implement it as props first. If it's a pain in the butt and we don't like it, we can switch over and create a product context. Might be overkill. Oh, also, talking about looking at examples, how does Gatsby do it? I don't think they even have like select a color. I think they literally only have select sizes. Size, yeah. Size, yeah, every different color is a new thing. Speaking of, I need to make a contribution to Gatsby to get me some of these stickers. I'm a huge Gatsby fan. So I gotta find a way to make an open source contribution. This one's the best. My website is faster than yours. Okay. So then first thing we have to do if we want to handle clicks on these things. Oh. You know, let's try this. Colors on click. What if we copied this method, put it in product, stuck it here, and did product on click, and I just want to see if we get the image back. So colors on click, because maybe we can handle it at this level. If so, we don't have to do all that BS about state and passing props, because like we would have to pass a method through, and I don't know. So now we have 2 on clicks. So we need to see, reload the page. I'm gonna click here. Hopefully I see 2 messages. Shit. Really? Oh, what's that thing where it's like React propagate event? Event bubbling through nested components. That's what I want. React supports synthetic occurrence of capturing and bubbling phases. Colors. On click equals on click. Product images. No, colors. Oh. Oh, because I'm a We need to pass down props. Props is not defined. Yeah. Because I need props. There, so now there should be an on-click event on this thing as a whole. Oh, that's not gonna work. tell you that right now. What? It did. I'm so confused. So then why not like this? Images and on click. And on click will run on click, and this is going to yell at us because it's defined in two places, so we don't run it there. Oh, props is not defined. Right. So we're passing in the on click method this time specifically, so we should only see product on click. Yeah, that's not bad. I don't love it, but whatever. So on click is a func, and it's required. So great. Now we know exactly what got clicked. And product images, now what needs to happen? Selected image is equal to use state images 0. See, you know, this is very similar to the whole like get initial state from props. React hooks initialize use state with props. Like, is this an anti-pattern still? Oh, I just read it. The initial value sometimes needs to depend on props. Depend on props. Note, React doesn't use the state equals initial state. The initial value sometimes needs to depend on props, and so is specified from the hook call instead. Yeah, totally. I feel like initialize state from props was a huge anti-pattern. See? Now I don't think that's the case. Uh-huh. The danger is that if the props on the component are changed without the component being refreshed. Oh. Oh, he's right. Okay, so what he's saying, this shouldn't be highlighted. This is our case. If your component doesn't need to stay aware of potential changes in the prop value, it's fine to initialize the state this way. Okay, but here's what he's saying. We're passing in the selected image as a prop, or that's what my plan was going to be. Or an image as a selected image as a prop. So a prop comes into here, it initializes state on this component. And right now, like let's say this one's selected, right? Now this component maintains an internal state. So if I'm clicking around here, nothing is changing over here. So, let's say I click this one first. It shows up here. It's passed into a prop as in this component. Now it is state in this component. If I click on a different image, this becomes a selected image and only updates state. It doesn't go up the component tree and then back down to here. So if this one is selected, it will never change. So now you do have two sources of truth. It's the state of this component versus the prop coming from this whole thing, the entire product page. AKA, we need to move the logic into the product component. So selected options. What does selected options look like? I know what it looks like. Yeah. Yeah. So selected options is one thing, but I think we might need to maintain a selected image. And more so, how do I make a select out of field a select? Yeah, how do I make a select out of images? HTML select images. Mm. No, that's not appropriate. So I need to bring isColor back because we don't want to show color. If it's not default and not color, then go for it. Yes, so now you should only be selecting weight. Perfect. And what am I doing on submit? Like, how am I actually getting selected variant. Oh man. Oh man, oh man. Okay. No, we need to define behavior better. I know I'm fumbling here, but it's tough. So clicking on this component should update this list. But clicking on this list should not update this component. So it's only one way. Again, we should all be controlling this from product. Okay, here's the deal. This colors thing needs to be smarter. It can't just have the image URL. It's going to have the option name for sure. I have to at least know like Mauve Aztec and some kind of URL. So passing it just images is not enough. Let's pass it something called colors. And you know, this on-click thing doesn't even need to be in here. Again, this could just be props. I don't have to put it here. This component doesn't care. Only the product component cares. Const colors, because we changed the name, is going to equal props. And colors are probably going to expect an array of objects. Sure. And the object's probably going to look something like this. We're going to have a name, Mauve Aztec, and a URL. Now, on click, I can get the name. Maybe. This is where we need to pass the onClick method in again. I can give the name back. So this is just for displaying the picture. This is what we're going to use to like determine the selected variant. Important. I'm going to keep that there. Oh, what did I say? This is image. Yeah, okay. And somewhere on here, we're gonna have to put like, maybe like a data image tag. Oh no, a data name tag or something. I don't know. Okay, better. On options change, on properties change. Let's say on color change. So what we need to do is, instead of calling these variant images, I need to be smarter about how I create this. So we're gonna have to call these colors. Colors, great. And image equals. So let's just log current and see what we get. Yikes. Yeah, so we're gonna have to find this. Image, original source, selected options, Shopify ID. Is there any way I can give better data here? This will be in Gatsby node, so variants. Maybe there's some additional data in here I could use. So what else can I do? Selected options, but I already have that. Skew, title, weight. That's it. Crap. So I'm gonna have to find a way to look up based on, I suppose I don't even need the name. I can find file here. Okay, so let's log current. Let's also log, let's just log current dot image dot original source. Let's be smarter and just log image. If accumulator includes, we can make it slightly different to make it easier to search. So here was the colors. You know, instead of doing something like this, what if we had an array of objects where you have the name as the unique key and the image URL as the value? Right, that would work as well. it would be much easier to create this thing. Variance reduce. Yeah, so it's an array. And how do you get JavaScript object keys? Dot keys, great. Let's say accumulator, no. Object dot keys accumulator. Really? What are the entries? Oh, because it's an array. We're going to send down an object. So if object.keys includes not image, right? Not image. We actually need to log just to see here. Let's log not the accumulator, the current value. It's the name. Selected options, and we can't rely on index one. We have to find the one where name equals pattern. This sucks. Oh, this really sucks. There's got to be a find. Like a JavaScript array find. But tell me there's one that, yes. It's a custom function, so selected options is an array. Dot selected options, and we need to find where the element dot name equals pattern. What does find return? The value. Oh, that's perfect. So this is the option. Where option dot name equals equals equals. It's color or pattern at this point. Dot to lowercase equals 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 color or same thing. pattern. I hope that's right. Lots of errors. It's not current.image.selected options. That's my first issue. Oh. Yeah, it returns the element of the array. Yikes. Could I do like, yeah, dot value? Just throw that on the end. Hey. Let's see. So we are now getting the name and the image properly. It doesn't matter, we can overwrite. So accumulator name equals image, return accumulator, done. We should be good here. Let's log color, see what we got. Great. Each color with their appropriate image. There still has to be an easier way to do this. What's the array JavaScript array? Is it any? Some. Array.sum. That has to be a function. A callback. Yeah, a function. Is it too stupid to write this as like so as long as any one of those is equal to we pass in the item, and that item has to be equal to option.name.lowercase. Does that still work? It's so ridiculous. Hey. It does. Does it look any better? Oh, what about just like contains? Includes. No. Yeah, array includes. Seriously, what about... That looks better. That does not. What am I trying to do here? Ultimately, like what? Reduce? I'll try to write this one more way. I'm going to try to use a reduce method. And this might be more clear to me. Where if the current value, basically the same check, let's log this because I have no idea what I'm looking at here. Current. What line is that on? 33? All right, yeah, current.value. Or, yeah, no, name. So basically, if there's the check, then whoops, you're going to say return accumulator. If that's true, return accumulator, or return current dot name. Current dot value. No. Man, I really don't like this. And this is just me being anal, trying to figure out what the best way to write this is, because I had a working method. Find object where property equals value. Yep. Filter. Filter will return an array. Yep. Find, which I already had. Using underscore boo, yeah. No. Let's just use find, and let's just make some extra variables. So options is going to equal current dot selected options. That should just make that a little bit more clear. And so now we can do options dot find so the option that we are looking for, oh, please don't tell me it's already defined. Okay, great. Is going to be this. Stupid. I just want to make this clear because it's so not clear right now. So these are all of our options. We are finding the option where the lowercase name is either color or pattern. And so name is going to be option.name. That's much more clear, a little bit more verbose, but I'd rather have it more clear. So at the end of the day, what do we have? Name, image, and colors. That's what we should be printing out. Name, image, yep, colors. What? What did I just do? This is only one? Oh, value. Yes. Oh my god. This is all for like a minute part of this that doesn't really matter. Yes. Yes. Okay. It's done. We have the colors. I'm happy with this. So we are now going to pass colors into colors as a prop. Colors now gets a prop called colors. And then we have name and image equals colors. Double check. What are we getting from colors again? Colors is an object. I need to know what this is giving us. Object dot entries. For colors. It's an array, yeah. Color. Can you just map a straight dictionary? I just want to try, like right here. God, I'm so off topic tonight. This is what I get for drinking whiskey and trying to program. Here we go. No. Nope, that doesn't work. You have to use entries. Yep. So object.entries.colors. We're mapping it, which is going to give us an array. With each thing is a color. The first part is the name, and the second part is the image. So maybe we put like a data something on there. Let's just call it name. And this will be color 0. Yeah, what is it? It's an object. That's it. Great. So let's look at the HTML. The whole point of this is to have a data dash name. Look at that. Mauve Aztec. Aztec stripe. You know, it would be even better because color is just an image. Instead of using a data attribute, let's just put the alt text there, which is accessible, and we can get that attribute. Wow. Wow, okay. Ugh, holy crap, that was a lot. Now, focusing on the problem at hand, now the color knows about this. Because we're passing it down from product. On click, right. Because we took on click specifically out of really, I can't just do that. Can't just click here and get an on click event. Because I have to do props. So I can either handle this prop specifically or just spread it and spread it over this thing as a whole. So now I should be getting click events. Yep. I'm getting click events, and not only can I get the source, but I can get the alt. And look, now I have name and image. Did I not save this? What's the deal? Oh. Now I could be more specific. I could pass in the on-click method and make it run with 2 arguments, explicitly passing back the name in the image or the source in the alt. I just don't think it's necessary. We have it on the target, so we're good to go. So, okay, great. What are we doing with this? How do we pump this data back into product images? I can't believe this one stupid feature is taking me all night. It's a combination of the fact that it's a little bit complicated and the fact that I'm drinking. So, product images. It's gonna need to know more. It's gonna need to know more. I'm gonna have to pass in a selected image. Wait. I don't even want to mess with that yet. I don't want to mess with that yet because on this color change, I need to change the selected options. How do I do this? I can set selected options, but I'm already seeing a problem. I don't know if this is a pattern or a color. Shit. What do I do? I mean, I can change colors to include I can change colors to include the name of the option. I can change colors to include the name of the option. God, at this point, why pass a custom object into it? Just pass a damn variance down. right? No, because it's a subset of the variants, because many of the variants have the same color image. Ay, ay, ay. So the colors object now, the colors variable now needs to be an array of objects that contain the name of the color, the image of the color, and the name of the option. Like, these color pickers are ridiculous. I'm going to take a second, do a quick Google search on Shopify color picker. No. Add color swatches to products. Okay. What's this telling me to do? Yeah, copy and paste some code that's already existing. Whoa, clear fix. I have no idea what that means. Include swatch.liquid, product.liquid, fine. The select callback function in a Shopify theme updates the state of the add to cart button and the displayed selling and compare at prices when a variant is selected. Begin swatches. Okay. Hmm. Okay. So that's just literally like when you click on it, this is acting as a select, and it's calling the change method on the closest form. That's fine, but then it's this code here. What does it actually do? I don't know what that means. Hmm. Don't like this one bit. All right, I am going to take this off stream because this stream has been mostly silence. This problem's stumping me, so I think I'm going to just come back to it. It's the best way to program. You hit a big problem, you come back. You should have something in your mind that makes more sense. Yeah, frustrating. I think we're about halfway there, though. I understand what has to happen. I'm just struggling with implementation details. So, thanks for watching up until now. We'll see the part 2 of this issue in the next stream.